Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Debate 8, and tonight we are doing buddy cop movies. That's right, we got 8 awesome buddy cop movies on our bracket tonight, and by the end of tonight, you are going to vote live and determine which one will be our winner, which one you are going to be voting as the top. And even before we started, we had our pre-show poll going on, and I asked you what genre of buddy cop movie you thought was the best. And our winner with 59% said comedies, which is good because I would say about 59% of the movies tonight on our bracket are comedies. And guess what? You can't do buddy cop comedy or buddy cop movie night without having a buddy here with you. So I brought my buddy Jared to come talk buddy. I don't know how many times I said buddy cop in the last like 30 seconds.
Keep saying it. Every time you say it, people have to drink.
Oh, it's gonna be a rough night for everybody. Jared's here talking buddy cop comedies. All right, Jared, which genre of buddy cop movies is your favorite? Comedy? I did comedy, drama, or action. Which one of those?
I'm looking
three?
here. So according to this, only 5%. I'm assuming one person liked drama.
Right.
I don't even know what a drama buddy cop movie is.
I would say like End of Watch. End of Watch, I guess, would be like
okay.
a drama.
Which that's a good one. But I think comedy, because you want that dynamic between the two people.
Yeah.
That's what drives a lot of these buddy cop movies, which obviously when we get into this bracket, you will see.
Yeah, because there is a lot of comedies tonight, which is awesome. I would say, I think personally, I would also agree. I would go probably comedy first, action second, drama third. That would be my order. All right, Jared. These are the 8 that we're going to talk about tonight. We got the number 1 overall seed, Lethal Weapon, goes up against the number 8 seed of Bad Boys. Oh man, that's a tough one to start already.
Yeah, right.
Number 4 seed, Beverly Hills Cop, against number 5 seed, 21 Jump Street. I think tonight's going to be just tough all around. Number 3 seed Rush Hour goes up against the number 6 seed 48 Hours. And then we finalize the first round. Number 2 seed is Men in Black, goes up against the number 7 seed Hot Fuzz. Fan favorite out there on the Discord. Man, this is going to be a tough one. All right. Let's start. We got the number 1 seed Lethal Weapon against the number 8 seed Bad Boys. Both very good films, very different in their own right. But which way are you leaning for tonight for this first matchup?
I don't know. For myself, I mean, Bad Boys has been one that I kind of fell into later on in life. I think that, with the Bad Boys, what was it, Forever? Even though that was the 3rd one that came out, that's when I watched Bad Boys for the first time. I enjoy it.
Bad Boys for life, not forever.
For life, forever? What? Okay, maybe I'm making up the 4th one already in my brain. But it's an unlikely combo between Martin Lawrence, who in my mind is just a comedy star, and then they somehow threw him in here with an action with Will Smith and whatnot. But I mean, Lethal Weapon is the one that I grew up with. You get that 80s buddy cop, you get Danny Glover always saying, oh, I'm too old for this shit and whatnot. Obviously Bad Boys, I think, has the more kind of ridiculous action, because I think I saw someone just comment Michael Bay was involved with that one. So everything is exploding. I'm surprised one of the main characters didn't explode. But it's Lethal Weapon for myself. I mean, just look at the tagline, 2 cops. Glover carries a weapon. Gibson is the weapon. So there we go.
This is tough, man. Lethal Weapon is a little bit more serious than you would maybe remember it being.
Oh, yeah.
Like
He's suicidal.
Oh yeah. It's sitting out there in his like trailer park on the beach. Well, it wasn't really a trailer, but like, it's trailer-esque on the beach.
Shanty.
Yeah, a little sea shanty. Yeah, and back when we all loved Mel Gibson, back when he wasn't who he is. But the chemistry between him and Dan Glover is undeniable, and they play off each other so well. But Bad Boys is fun, especially the first one. It's fun, it's funny, the action is great. The cinematography, it's got those like side like turns, yeah. And like you shooting up from the bottom, just like, and it's cheesy today, but like when this came out, that was like the epitome of doing that kind of cinematography. This is tough. I think I'm leaning Lethal Weapon. but I can't wait to see what the people are going to do on this one. I don't know. I think it's going to be my prediction is going to be Lethal Weapon. That's my prediction.
What I think. That's what I'm thinking. But like you're saying, Bad Boys was, what was that, 1999 or was it 2000s? Because I think people.
No, Bad Boys was 95.
Oh, 95? Holy crap! I am way off. Then I thought that was 1999. But like you're saying, yeah, what they did in that movie for a 90s movie, holy crap! I thought that was a 2000s film.
Right. So that's the thing, right? Like it maybe even a little bit ahead of its time. Almost.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get the poll. Let's see what the people are saying. All right, if you want to vote for Lethal Weapon, do !vote 1 in the chat, I think. Let's see if Streamlabs pops up. There it goes. All right, if you want to vote Lethal Weapon, !vote 1. If you want Bad Boys, !vote 8. Whoa, not even close right off the gate. 10 seconds in and already 89% of the vote. Lethal Weapon, jeez. I mean, I thought Lethal Weapon was going to win. I thought Bad Boys had a chance, though. Not a chance.
Interesting. The thing is also, too, like, in my mind, that opening of Lethal Weapon is very memorable because it's him at the Christmas tree farm and then him running down the truck and then the cops. And he's like, hey, and it's actually him, because he was kind of almost like a dirty cop, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's very questionable. His psyche was definitely questionable throughout the whole film. Towards Lethal Weapon, like 3 and 4, then it gets sort of like the cheese, like super cheesy. Oh, yeah. But like those first two, it was like on the edge of the cliff, like the whole time. Like one thing would make him snap and like murder everybody.
Which again, we didn't even talk about, but I'm wondering if in the future ones we might have to get a body count number. That's also a thing we should be factoring here.
Yeah. With all these, I mean, with Hot Fuzz, I think the body count is like super high for sure. Yeah. All right, no time left on the clock. 75% of the vote going Lethal Weapon. Look, I mean, it's the number 1 overall seed for a reason. We'll see if it can hold strong. Trinity coming in here say, not a dirty cop, but he was simply a loose cannon. I suppose that's true, Trinity. I suppose that's true.
Living on the edge.
We can walk back those comments. There you go. All right, let's go back to the bracket. And we'll get to our second matchup. Okay. I think this, in the first round, I think this is literally the hardest one that we're going to have to get through. I don't know. I can't wait to hear your opinion because the two of my favorite cop movies, like just in general, Beverly Hills Cop and 21 Jump Street. How do you navigate through this one? What do you think?
Honestly, this is, when you sent me the bracket earlier, this was the toughest matchup of myself because again, this 21 Jump Street was a surprising comedy of the last few years because who would have thought that these two would have worked so well together, but also rebooting this kind of tired out franchise essentially. And the comedy, like going back, I rewatched this a couple weeks ago and I'm like, this holds up very well. The way they played into everything, the side characters, again, the chemistry, but then them switching themselves where Jonah Hill has to be essentially the jock or the cool kid, and high school is completely different. But also it's got some really good funny kind of action callbacks of them always thinking that that truck is going to explode. So like comedy wise, 21 Jump Street has it, but like nostalgic, Beverly Hills Cop, that's like a movie that every time it's on TV, I will watch it. I love Eddie Murphy in it. I love the dynamic that he has with the two other cops, him putting the bananas in their tailpipe. The theme song in that one is iconic. Like people know that song in that movie. So I think I'm leaning towards Beverly Hills Cop just because of nostalgia.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, right? Beverly, it does have the nostalgia. The song, do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's such a great song, and like, it's undeniably Beverly Hills Cop. This movie is way more R-rated than I remember it being. Like super R-rated, and I'm pretty sure. Okay, so this movie came out in '84. I remember seeing this when I was very young, and I know my dad's in the chat right now watching the show. I'm pretty sure he let me watch this movie like way too young, and I remember watching this movie a lot. I watched this movie a lot when I was a kid. I absolutely love it, and truth be told, obviously I saw it as a kid, so and it is a little embarrassing. Judge Reinhold, you know, one of the other cops.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, I really thought that he was a judge. I thought it was like doctor. I didn't realize like that was his first name until I was like much older. I thought it was just a title. I was like, oh cool, he was a judge. Now he's an actor. But anyway, 21 Jump Street though, where did that come from? Like
nowhere.
You're lying to yourself. Not you, but like anybody, you're lying to yourself if you heard they're remaking 21 Jump Street and you were excited for this movie or you thought it was going to be good, right? Like going off the Johnny Depp television show, like, no, I'm sorry. Like it wasn't going to happen. And this was like a complete reimagining, hilarious. No one took Channing Tatum seriously until this movie. And Jonah Hill was doing like bit side roles. Like he was great in Grandma's Boy. Loved him in that, like all sorts of stuff. But like it's such a like weird pairing, but it works and it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. It's very R-rated, great comedy. This is tough. I think I'm with you. I'm by like the slightest of margins. I'm going Beverly Hills Cop. But if 21 Jump Street makes it to makes it past this round, you're not going to hear a complaint out of me because these both are
exactly.
Great.
And the thing is, we didn't even touch on it, but the supporting cast of 21 Jump Street with Ice Cube, Dave Franco, Brie Larson, Rob Riggle, like there's a lot of comedy actors or just great talent in that film.
Yeah, it's overall great. If you haven't seen it, if for some reason you were like, I'm not sure about this movie, definitely go watch that movie. It's so good. All right, let's get a poll going. If you want Beverly Hills Cop, exclamation vote 4. If you want 21 Jump Street, exclamation vote 5. I can't wait to see where we're at. Too early to tell which way this is going. All right, I'm
curious if Jump Street will be more for the younger people because, again, people that maybe grew up like yourself, you're saying you watched Beverly Hills Cop a lot as a child, way before you should have. I'm wondering if that is, again, that power of nostalgia. Because when you were talking about it being way more R-rated, I was like, you're right. There was a strip club scene. They're dealing with cocaine. Again, isn't he a little bit of a dirty cop too?
No, he's not. No? He's not. No, not at all. He's not at all. Again, out of the box, it's like that typical like I'm Detroit. I'm not LA. I'm Detroit. You know, like it's like it's almost fish out of water kind of story. But no, not dirty at all. So look at this, 85%, and time's about to run out. This is a clear runaway.
Wow.
Clear runaway.
21 Jump Street just does not have the staying power.
Honestly, I thought 21 Jump Street would have a better showing. I really did. I actually kind of thought 21 Jump Street with this crowd might win because maybe recency bias a little bit, but
yeah,
nostalgia wins tonight. All right, so that's moving on. Real life cops are dirty, not movie ones. That's true. That's very true. All right, let's go to the next matchup. The number 3 seed Rush Hour goes against the number 6 seed 48 Hours. Another Eddie Murphy going up against Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. What do you think about this matchup?
I think you should go first because I'm going to be transparent to everyone. I haven't seen 48 Hours, so I got nothing for that film.
48 Hours is good. It's a good movie. It's solid. But look, if I'm being honest, we're going to talk about the better, to me personally, the better Eddie Murphy cop movie. We just talked about it a lot, which is Beverly Hills Cop. I love Rush Hour. I hands down love this movie. I love the franchise. I rewatched this movie 2 nights ago because I was so excited. I haven't seen it in a while. I was so excited to rewatch this for this debate, and I am so happy that this movie not only holds up, but it almost elevated itself in my like favorite movies list because man, the chemistry between the two of them is great. It's super funny. It's not perfect. I'm not going to claim that Rush Hour is like the perfect movie, but it's got so many good elements, and Jackie Chan doing Jackie Chan with the fight scenes, with all the physical comedy in that, is so great, and it's so perfect. I love Rush Hour. To me, that should be the one that moves on. But what do you think?
I have not seen 48 Hours, but as a Rush Hour fan, whoever thought that these two would work together, give them as much money as possible. Because if you gave me 100 people to put together, I would have never thought that this would work. Because like you're saying, the physicality and the almost physical humor of the fight scenes of Jackie Chan works so well. But then Chris Tucker bringing in the comedy element of his, stand-up and jokes and delivery. It's a very quotable film, but also it's a great, I would say this one's more comedy than like action or anything like that, but it does have action. It's very funny. The two of them each have standout parts in this, and it has a great franchise after this first one. So I mean, maybe someone's going to vote for 48 Hours, but my vote is easily on Rush Hour, because that is a fun, and again, like you're saying, you rewatched it. I got to go back and rewatch this. Like you're saying, not perfect, but it's a heck of a fun movie for sure. Great buddy cop film.
Yeah. No, you definitely should go back and watch Rush Hour. It's so great. Like I was actually a little surprised Rush Hour 2 wasn't voted in by everyone, because that's even better. Like Rush Hour 2 is an incredible movie. I'm just happy I'll vote for any Rush Hour movie that comes in. So and the outtakes, anytime you watch a Jackie Chan movie, I always watch the credits, because the outtakes at the end are absolutely hilarious. I love it. And these were, watching the end of this movie is great too. All right, let's do a poll. Let's see which one named Rush Hour is moving on to the next round. If you want Rush Hour, vote 3. If you want 48 Hours, vote 6. All right, here we go. The poll is up. We'll see. All right, we got 10 seconds in.
Could this potentially be a blowout? Oh, never mind. I spoke a little too soon.
Yes, I think it could be. I think we could get in the 80s. I think this is an 80%er, or maybe not. Again, maybe I spoke too soon. 48 Hours getting a lot of love.
48 Hour fans in here, that's for sure.
I see. You know what? No hate here. 48 Hours is a great movie. It's one that you should definitely go back and watch for sure. I think you would really enjoy it. Rush Hour, not as big as a lead as I thought we're getting. 15 seconds left. I mean, it's holding strong. It's gonna win. That is undeniable. Rush Hour will win this matchup, but at 65%, I gotta tell you, it's I think it's in danger for the next round.
Yeah, I thought it'd kind of coast for a couple rounds, but yeah, like you're saying, who knows if it's even gonna get past this next one.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on what everyone votes for the next one, but in this one at least, Rush Hour, it's 67% of the vote. Moving on to the next one. All right, let's go back to the bracket. And now we do our fourth matchup. The number 2 seed Men in Black going up against the number 7 seed of Hot Fuzz. Two action comedies here. One, some on the street level cops, and then we got some universe multi-universe
space cops, alien cops.
Which one are you feeling on this one?
I am curious on what the chat is going to do for this one, because this one again, or Men in Black over here, a little bit 90s nostalgia or whatever, but Hot Fuzz is like a movie. When people are talking about comedy movies of the last couple decades, that movie is always in those lists, and it's just so great, from the way it's shot, the way it's acted, the fun gags in there, but also the buddy cop element. And it is comparing it to Men in Black here, it is very much more gruesome and brutal than Men in Black. But Men in Black, that was a movie I grew up with, where you have the theme song from Will Smith, you have the kind of old crotchety old man, and then the new young guy coming into the mix. So you have that buddy cop angle working fairly well. You get the twist of the aliens in there. Vincent D'Onofrio, give that man an Oscar for that performance, because he's like, sugar, water, and he's just walking around and doing crazy things like the Bug Man. That was fun for sure. Where I'm going to go though, I think it's between comedy and kind of, again, nostalgia or sci-fi out there. So I don't know which way people are going to go. I think my vote is going to be Men in Black.
Yeah, this is tough, man. Hot Fuzz is such a great movie, and it's part of that Coronado trilogy.
Yep.
Simon Pegg, such an underrated actor, especially in these. But Men in Black, just honestly, it is. And Men in Black is nostalgia. It's still funny. It still holds up. The CG is a little wonky at times. Rewatching it today,
With the giant alien, yeah.
But the dynamic between the two of them is such classic buddy cop comedy, yeah. So I don't know. I'm torn on this one. I think the people are going to vote Men in Black. I think it's the more popular movie. I do. I think that. I think I Men in Black. I don't know that I necessarily would choose it. I mean, I guess I would. I said I would, so I probably would. But Men in Black aren't cops. Yeah, they are. They're space cops. They're
space cops.
They're 100% cops. Just because they're not like LAPD does not mean they're not cops. Like they're basically like the FBI for space. So
I mean,
yes.
are the Hot Fuzz people cops? I mean, they're over in like what, Britain or something. They don't have cops over there. Come on, look at it. The guy's wearing a bucket.
All right, let's get this poll up and running. Let's see what the people have to say. All right, if you want Men in Black, exclamation vote 2. If you want Hot Fuzz, exclamation vote 7. Which one's moving on? The FBI aren't cops. I can't help you. I can't help stupid.
I think Adam, also another thing we aren't saying here, Men in Black has a cameo from Michael Jackson. So I mean, if you need anything else to vote over the top, boom, right there.
This one's going to be close. I think this one's going to be close right off the bat with 40 seconds left. It is close, 64-36. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a few sevens, later on in the vote. But yeah, like I said, I think Men in Black does take this. Ooh, we got a boost right here. Men in Black got a lot of twos. We just got a lot of twos coming in here. 65% of the vote right now, holding strong. We only got about 15 seconds left on the poll. Men in Black will move on to the next round. That's going to be an interesting one because both Men in Black and Rush Hour did not crush it in this poll. So I think that's going to be a tough matchup.
That'll be a toss-up.
All right, no time left on the clock. 67% for Men in Black. It is the one to move on to the next round. Let's update that bracket and let's check it out. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We went a little chalk, but it's going to get more difficult as we go on through this next round. All right, number 1 seed, Lethal Weapon. Number 4 seed, Beverly Hills Cop. It's the round of nostalgia. All right, it's the old school movies. We gotta determine which one is gonna move on. So, Jared, which one moves on?
I don't know, because again, this matchup is the one that I was kind of dreading. I knew it was going to happen, and it's the the nostalgia of the 80s. Which one? I think you have a better buddy cop dynamic between Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, even though Eddie Murphy kind of has two cops. It's two different dynamics. You smush them together, it's one person, and I like that. But I feel like he kind of has his own path. Again, the theme song is great. The way that it plays out, that one's almost more of a, I would say almost that one's more of a mystery a little bit than Lethal Weapon. I feel like that is more of a straight up, kind of buddy cop. I guess both of them have a mystery now that I'm talking about it. Character wise, I gotta go Beverly Hills Cop, man. That one feels like the more fun movie. I feel like Lethal Weapon is a little bit more serious, and when I'm watching films, I want to have a good time.
Yeah, you know what, 100%, I'm with you. I would say even like I like Lethal Weapon a lot. a great film, but it's not even the one that I go back to more. I usually go back to 2 or 3, if I'm being honest.
Is 3 the construction site?
No, that's 4 with Jet Li.
Okay.
With Jet Li.
No.
Because there wasn't Jet Li. Didn't they have maybe every movie has a construction site.
Maybe.
I'm sure the chat will correct us. I thought 4 was with Jet Li in the I'm
thinking the one where
site.
they throw the dude in the cement pit.
Okay. Which one was the one where he sat on the toilet? Was that 2?
I think that's 2.
That's the beginning of 2, right? They sort of blend together after a while.
It's one big movie, man.
It is. It's just one continuous. Daniel says he thought 3 was a construction site. I thought they fought Jet Li at a construction site. I don't know. Yeah, I knew. See, yes, I know. I know 4 has Jet Li, but I thought. Okay, I can't. It's all blending together. But I'm with you. Look, if I'm gonna if you ask me right now, I can choose one to watch. I'm watching Beverly Hills Cop. It's the one, and I love 2. I know we're not talking about the sequels tonight here, but Beverly Hills Cop 2 is also great. 3 not so much, but 2 is great too. I think I'm going Beverly Hills Cop. It's funnier.
It is
not as much action, even though it's got plenty of action in it. But the comedy I think outweighs. I think it outweighs it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But we're going to see what the people have to say. If you want Lethal Weapon to move on to the finals tonight, exclamation vote 1. If you want Beverly Hills Cop, exclamation vote 4. Which one? Which one of these old school movies? We got a lot of boomers here tonight. What are you voting for?
Yeah, see, it's gonna be a tough one for them. They're fighting over their 2 children right there.
Right.
I also got to give a shout out to 80s like just shootouts, because I feel like the gun bangs and everything way better. I don't know if the blood splatter or the impact is as whatever, but you watch those movies and you're like, that's an 80s movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially the music too. The Lethal Weapon's got that it's got that slow, methodical, introspective music going on throughout the whole thing. Like you're walking to a bar and it's I don't know. I can't even say it. And then Beverly Hills Cop got that synthesizer music going on. It's so great. It's all so 80s. I love it.
Love it.
All right. No time left on the clock. And by the slimmest of margins, 57% of the vote going Beverly Hills Cop. Look, Jared and I not surprised on this one per se. You know what? I'm happy. I'm happy for Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
I didn't think a 4 seed was going to make it this far, but hey, here we are.
It's going all the way.
It definitely might.
It's going all the way.
All right, let's get to our second matchup of the second round. We got the number 3 seed Rush Hour going up against the number 2 seed Men in Black. All right, so we had the 80s action battle last round. We got the action comedy this round. I'm not going to say it's easy or it's tough, because I think this is actually pretty easy. For me,
really?
For me, it's Rush Hour all day, every day.
I wanted to say I'm going the other way, because I feel like I'm more exposed to Men in Black. Growing up, that was the one that I think I watched a bit more. I mean, if we're going off of comedy and chemistry, I think Rush Hour, there's way better chemistry there. But if we're talking about Men in Black, the world that we didn't even talk about that yet, of kind of the neutralizer, the noisy cricket, the big battle at the end with the spacecraft going down, and then the alien and eat me, and he gets eaten up by the alien. So there is some good comedy elements, but it's very much more leaning into that sci-fi element. For myself, again, I'm going Men in Black, but I'm curious on what people grew up watching. Which one did they watch more?
I would say they probably watched Men in Black more, but that doesn't mean it's the better movie. That doesn't mean it should go on to the next round.
Exactly. It's up to you people in the chat.
It's Rush Hour for me, because I think both great chemistry between the two, but I think the back and forth of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker is just better. Will Smith is awesome. Tommy Lee Jones can be a grumpy curmudgeon, and yes, it works perfectly for this movie. I'm not going to say it doesn't. It totally does, but I don't know. I like the progression of Jackie and Chris a little bit more. This is like Chris Tucker in his prime too, and I know Men in Black is Will Smith in his prime as well, but Chris Tucker is endlessly funny in this movie, and you can tell that like a lot of the stuff was like they did a lot of improv on it, and it's just they got the best takes out of him, and man, it's such a funny movie. I like it. I like it a little bit more. Let's see what the people have to say though. I'm very curious. All right, if you want Rush Hour to be in the finals against Beverly Hills Cop, do exclamation vote 3. If you want Men in Black to be in the finals against Beverly Hills Cop, exclamation vote 2. Let's see what the people have to say. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be either 60-40 or both, a 50-40, something like that. It's going to be close. We got 40 seconds left on the clock. Right now, Rush Hour, slight lead. We got a couple more votes coming in. Look at this. 50-50.
Yeah, split right now. I think the thing too is not only is Men in Black like, sci-fi, but I feel like the score very much makes that sci-fi element feel kind of felt. The opening with the dragonfly and then smashing on the window. Like it's a good introduction to kind of the world.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Oh man, Adam, you might be the tiebreaker here.
No. We don't do tiebreakers. We go overtime.
Oh, no.
We do overtime now. We run it again if that's the case. Man. I'm tired of people yelling at me.
Extra innings right now.
Wow, we are at a dead tie. Now, normally I don't vote in the first round. If it's an overtime, I do go in and give my vote if necessary. So we are going into overtime for this matchup. Rush Hour, Men in Black, running it again. 1 minute on the clock again. If you want Rush Hour, exclamation vote 3. If you want Men in Black, exclamation vote 2. I'm going to tip my finger a little bit this time. I will be voting. Exclamation vote 3
2.
Is my vote.
Yep, he voted 2, people. Men in Black. Good for you, Adam.
We're gonna say, and sometimes with the overtimes, people jump in, people jump out. Sometimes never even the same amount of people voting. So we'll see. All right, Rush Hour with 1 extra vote is winning at the moment.
Now it's tied.
All right.
How many overtimes have you gone into?
We've done double overtime before. We haven't. I don't think we've done triple overtime, but we have done double overtime before, which is great. I love it. All right. 20 seconds left on the clock. We doing a revote? We are doing a revote. Whitney, get your votes in. You got 10 seconds left to vote. Super close. Tied again. Let's see what happens.
Someone out there has 1 vote and they're doing something with it.
We got a couple more votes coming in late. Let's see what happens.
The anticipation is killing me here, people.
Literally, how can it be the same amount of people voting?
What made it in?
What happened? Okay. Double overtime. Double overtime.
Do both of them go on then and they have to battle the other movie?
That would literally, I think my computer would break if that was the case. All right. Double overtime. Let's go. If you want Rush Hour, exclamation vote 3. Men in Black, exclamation vote 2. Ultra rigged. This is ultra rigged. All right, I'm gonna hold back. I'm not gonna vote
he's
yet.
dropping out this time.
No, I'm gonna vote, but I'm gonna wait until it gets a little closer.
Okay. Adam, I'm curious. What's your favorite part of Rush Hour?
My favorite part of Rush Hour is the scene where he shows up to the console for the first time, and he like breaks in, and he like basically takes on all of the protective services, all like 30 of them, and like breaks into the house. It's so great. And at the end, he like takes off the dude's belt, and like the guy's holding up his pants. It's so good. All right, I'm gonna do my exclamation vote 3.
Oh no, nope, 2 it is. He voted. Oh, What happened to those 2 votes, people? Where were they last round?
All right. It is final. It took double overtime, but with 55% of the of the vote, we got Rush Hour, your winner, rigged for your pleasure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Let's get rigged all the way up, people. Men in Black deserved this.
All right. Hey, I don't vote. I just read what you guys vote. All right, let's go back to the bracket. All right, we have our finals. The number 4 seed goes up against the number 3 seed. It's Beverly Hills Cop against Rush Hour. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought we got the 4 and the 3 going at it? All right. Both, man, this is tough. This is really hard. Beverly Hills Cop, Rush Hour. Where are you going in this one?
For myself, I am going Beverly Hills. But the thing is that the chemistry, the fun chemistry between Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, that might be the swaying factor for some people. You know, Beverly Hills Cop has kind of been coasting, I think, right now. It hasn't had a real good challenger. I think Rush Hour is going to be a better matchup with this one than what Men in Black could have done here. Again, I am still voting Beverly Hills Cop, but I'm curious on what kind of Rush Hour fans we got in the chat right now.
We got a lot of them because there's one right here. I'm pushing for it.
Yes, well, you're not in the chat though. You don't count. You're the tiebreaker.
I don't count. This is hard, man, because Beverly Hills Cop is a classic action cop comedy. I just love, honestly, like. I wasn't lying earlier when I said when I rewatched Rush Hour, it like boosted it up for me. But Beverly Hills Cop was already high. I think I'm just going recency bias. I'm going Rush Hour. It was fun when I finished watching Rush Hour the other day. I was ready to watch Rush Hour 2. Like, yeah. I was just ready to like continue with these characters, continue to move on. I wanted to see more. Like I just wanted more of these characters. So that I think that's for me. I don't know. This is hard. This is really hard. I hate this. I hate when they're 2 good movies and you have to choose between them. But luckily, Jared,
that's what this is. Debate 8. Bring in the 2 best heavy hitters. Let's go.
I'm just glad that the people are the ones voting and not me. At least not yet. If you want to vote Beverly Hills Cop to be your winner, to be your ultimate champion for buddy cop movies, do exclamation vote 4. If you want to do Rush Hour, exclamation vote 3.
Let's go into triple overtime, people.
Galactic Star Angel says, I was born 88 and considered a 90s baby, but I haven't been interested in watching them. You should definitely watch it. Definitely watch Rush Hour. Definitely watch Beverly Hills Cop. Trust me. It doesn't matter how old you are. Movies are timeless, and a good movie, it will last generations. You know, we did movie musicals, and Wizard of Oz won, and that movie is 80 years old.
Yeah, I think that movie was made in the 1200s, right?
Right. Yeah, it's wow. like 750 years old, and it still rolls out today. You know what I mean? Like, it's still good. So it doesn't matter. Just go watch movies. Go watch a lot of movies. All right. No time left on the clock. Jared, the ultimate nostalgia movie here, Beverly Hills Cop, coming in as your winner. 57% of the vote. Beverly Hills Cop is your winner. And let me add that to the bracket. Let's
go.
I have this new screen and I realize like, I have to do so much to like get it to work.
You know what, people? Give all the praise to Adam here. He's putting together a great show. A lot of things behind the scenes. He's probably not wearing pants. That's
I'm definitely
in
not
a hurry
pants.
he was.
Beverly Hills Cop is your winner. Jared, by default, is our winner tonight.
Woo! I got all the points.
The floor is yours, sir. What do you think about tonight's bracket? What do you think about the result?
This was a fun one. I mean, I'm glad this one made it, won, everything like that. This is one that again, every time it's on TV, I'll watch it. I'm glad 48 Hours did not go anywhere because I had no skin in the game. I could add nothing to that conversation. But, you know, Eddie Murphy, buddy cop, great music, 80s LA at that time. You know, it's a fun one, and I'm glad it won.
Yeah, it's a blast. I absolutely love that movie. Good choice, guys. Good job, chat. Good job. You guys did great tonight. Everybody in the chat, give some love, give some popcorn buckets, give some hearts to Jared for coming in, hanging out, talking buddy cop movies tonight. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You guys are gonna see a lot of Jared. Look at this face. Look at this cute face over here. You guys are gonna see a lot of this face.
Yeah, I'm on retainer right now.
That's right.
No, Adam, thank you for having me over here. Thank you, chat, for being kind to this stranger showing up every now and then. This is a fun one. Yeah, we love when Jared comes in, and the chat loves Jared. So hats off, sir. Hats off for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. No problem, man.
All right, that was Buddy Cop Movies. We did it. Hey, guess what? Next week, we are doing Dwayne Johnson movies. That's right, The Rock. We're doing The Rock movies next week. We got a great list of 8 movies to talk about. And in 2 weeks, we're doing Will Ferrell movies. Will Ferrell movies, that's up for voting right now on the Discord. A lot of great conversation going on with which movie should come in. By the way, Eurovision, you guys got to go watch Eurovision. That movie needs more love. It's an incredible movie. All right, thank you all for hanging out tonight, talking buddy cop movies. We will see you all next week, same time, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.